welcome back to Vinnes Auto. So this is going to be the second video that I'm making about the exhaust system on the C30. As some of you know, I already have a KMS Firestorm system on this car. And for those of you who did watch my last video, you will also know that I considered that maybe I should have gotten the Section 18 exhaust, which is no mufflers, because of course this is a diesel car and so it's really quiet, just always, really, no matter what you do to it. So since the diesel is already quiet, probably should have gone for the most loud version of the exhaust, which I didn't do and that I kind of regretted since. And so I thought about getting the Section 18 exhaust for this car, but since I already have the mid-pipe for the KMS systems, I didn't want to buy like an entire new set. So at first I reached out to KMS Exhausts to just send them an email asking if it was possible to just buy the back box for the Section 18. And then I heard nothing back, but then I contacted the guys over at Alec Performance. And they got back to me and said that they were happy to supply me with just the back box for the Section 18 exhaust. So I want to give a big thanks to the guys over at Alec Performance. They also gave me a bit of a discount on the part. And yeah, I'm excited to get this on the car and see how it sounds. Basically going to be like a Section 18 exhaust. Except that you could fact check me on this, but I believe the Section 18 exhaust from KMS does come with a resonator in the mid-pipe, and the mid-pipe that I have is not resonated, so this is gonna be a complete straight from the DPF back. And so yeah, Alec Performance sorted me out with this part here. They basically sell Volvo P1 platform parts, so that's the C30, S40, V40 and C70. So they have a lot of cool stuff for the P1 platforms. With that, all of that said, I think it's time to get right into the install on the C30, because I want to hear what this sounds like. So here's the Firestorm system out. So now we're moving over to the Section 18. As you can see here, these are also adjustable in the width here, so that it can fit either the facelift or the pre-facelift, whereas the Firestorm system is welded, so it's only gonna fit, this one is only gonna fit the facelift, but they do also make one for the pre-facelift. This one can be used on both, as far as I'm aware. This is 3-inch pipe coming out here, splitting from here, and yeah, I'm gonna move over the exhaust tips from my previous exhaust and put them on here, and it should be a pretty easy install, I think. That is not great. You can just see here this stud on the hanger just completely snapped. So, yeah. is back on the ground and it's sitting nicely. It looks just like it did before, except that if you take a look under it, you do see that it's a bit of a more aggressive setup. I guess there is really only one thing to do, and that's to check out the sound that it makes, because that's sort of what the exhaust is all about. So let's do that. The initial impressions are basically just as expected. There's no like significant change, just like right off the bat. And again, this car does have double glazing and like pretty good sound isolation in the cabin, so it is isolated from the outside. I do suspect that the difference will be that there will be a larger difference on the outside, but we're gonna find out. At least I can report back there's absolutely no like droning or any like annoying like sounds that you can hear. It's like, this feels like driving with stock exhaust when you're not on it. So okay, there is actually quite a nice difference when you're on it. You could hear more of that 5-cylinder sound, so that's actually more of a difference than I expected. So I'm really happy with that. I've basically done one pull. I haven't done any more, so I'm gonna keep going, and yeah. Second gears seem to have less of a difference. Interesting. Exhaust is still on. Now we got the exhaust on the car, and yeah, I think for the price and everything, I'm pretty happy with the result. Of course, there's not like a significant difference from the Firestorm system, but it does just give like a nice extra like deepness to the tone of the car. And I do really like it. And it is like the reason that I at first bought the Firestorm system was because I was afraid it would be too loud. But looking back, diesel too loud with particulate filter still on it, not really happening. So this is like still not very loud, but I mean it's loud enough to where you hear the engine and you get that nice 5-cylinder sound without like having all the soot and stuff that comes with removing the particulate filter. So that's not something I'm going to be doing anytime soon, because I really just do not like soot and stuff, like black smoke coming out of a car. It's just not for me. So yeah, with that, hopefully you could learn something from this video, what exhaust to get for your C30 maybe. And if not, I hope you at least enjoyed watching the video for entertainment purposes. Should also say that these exhaust tips that are on the car right now, those do not come with the KMS exhaust systems. That is the tips that I bought myself for the system. So they're 3-inch inner diameter, of course, because that's the pipe diameter of the exhaust. And then it's a 4-inch rolled tip. And I did actually buy 4 sets of tips to try and get them to fit on this car, but every single one was just something that made it not work. Because basically on the Firestorm system, the end of it's a 2.5-inch from the mufflers and back, but the exhaust tips on the KMS system are 3-inch. So there's like a 3-inch pipe welded on the end of the 2.5-inch pipe. So it's a relatively short amount of 3-inch pipe. So every 3-inch inner diameter exhaust tip that I would get would slide way too far back, so where the clamp is going past the 3-inch and over to the 2.5-inch part of the tube, and then of course it won't clamp there. So I did get a lot of different ones and none of them fit until I found these, which are X4 something tips. I'll see if I can find them and put them up on screen. But it's basically just a 3-inch inner diameter tip with 4-inch rolled on the outside with also a slant cut. And I really like the look of these, so I'm really happy with them. So those are the ones that are on here now. And I mean, I think they just fit the car perfectly. So yeah, that is going to be everything for today. And if you want to see more of the exhaust install, like mid-pipe and stuff, you can check out my last video where I did that. And yeah, we have a lot more stuff coming with both the RX-8 and the C30. So there's a lot of content coming up, and hopefully something for you to look forward to. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Goodbye.